Hey, welcome back to another episode of Sports Redefined podcast. I'm your host, your best host, Nambi, aka Premium Nam, alongside with my man, Mr. Rail 2 Real. What up, brother? What up?
Yes,
What up? What
yes,
up?
yes, yes. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Chilling, chilling. How you been? How you been?
I'm hanging. I'm out here trying to get back in basketball shape. It's been a struggle, but we here.
When you try to get back to basketball shape, do you like try to do what you did in high school, college, or is it something like different now?
Uh High school's kind of like far fetched. So I would say college because it was more it's
Growing up,
closer to where I am now. High school is like it's a whole different body, like it's over for that. Well, yo, aside from that, shout out to my hat. This was a running joke for my hat.
make the Knicks
For
great again.
Right, that was a running joke, but they're actually good this year.
Yeah, they're
So I
not
gotta
bad.
get
What is it, 50?
I gotta get they the fifth seed. I haven't seen the Knicks in the top 10 since Melo was there. So shout out to them. Shout out to them.
All right. So, like, let's jump right into it. NBA trades all over. My first question is, which
We could
trade
do we could
stood
do
out the most?
signings too.
Huh?
We could do the free agent, not free agent, but we could do buyout. We could talk about the buyouts too.
You can do buyouts as well.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, which trade stood out the most / buyout for you?
Um, I don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. I'm gonna go a different way. I'm gonna talk JJ Redick going to Dallas. That was a sneaker. Like I didn't see that coming at all. And right off the rip, it didn't really make sense. Well, because yeah, I mean it do, but it does for JJ because of Luca. Like Luca commands a lot of attention. And I think JJ is what they want Tim Hardaway Jr. to be. And it's not, like it's not translating as the straight knockdown shooter. So I feel like, they have a more reliable shooter, somebody that have more confidence in that straight, knock down, wait for the ball, and can knock it down. So that's the only reason I see it making sense. But other than that, I didn't see that. I would think of JJ. I told you before, JJ Redick should have went to like Boston or something.
Okay.
And okay, and I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, LaMarcus, bro. That was corny, bro. Like everybody, because of him going there, everybody like, yo, I hope the Nets lose now. Like, what was you doing, bro? Like, you feel me? Like for me, like I said before, I thought LaMarcus. I'm gonna put it like this: it depends on where LaMarcus's head is. Like if he feel like he don't really want to play ball, like he near into his rope and he just
Uh-huh.
want like an easy ring, the Nets makes sense. But if you still feel like you got like stuff in the tank and you want your ring to be respectable, I was thinking like, yo, you should have went back to Portland or Boston. Like I'm gonna
Why
keep
you going
throwing Boston.
back to Boston?
I'm gonna keep throwing Boston. They need help. Like they got a lot of gaps, and they've been a like top 5 seed in the East for the last 3 years. They're like 10 right now. So they got to do something. I also stated, I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was like, if Boston doesn't do anything this year, I feel like they're gonna get rid of either Jaylen Brown or Tatum moving forward. Like they got one of them gonna have to go. So those are the only really real trades I've paid attention to. Not paid attention to, but those are the only ones that really stuck out.
Okay.
But I don't feel like LaMarcus, he don't make sense in Brooklyn right now. Like that I don't even know how Steve Nash is gonna do all of that.
So, in regards to what's his guy's name, LaMarcus, right? Him being a Nets,
Right.
I actually think the Nets pieces fit together because nobody plays the same spot. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. If you have Blake coming off the bench and he's like your stretch four, LaMarcus and him can be interchangeable. It's like the Claxton kid and Jordan. They're always in like a dunker spot or these always in pick and rolls. But LaMarcus Aldridge, he has like a post up and he goes to stretch the floor as well. So it's like I think everything fits, right? Like I don't know if Stephen Nash can coach all of them, right? But I think all the pieces actually do. If you had like Phil Jackson or Pop or you had like any top 10 coach, you'd be like, oh, this is a championship. They about to win the next 4 rings. You know what I'm saying? The only question is can Steve Nash actually coach these guys? And I think that's the only question.
I don't feel
I
like
don't
it's
think
enough
pieces fit.
minutes. I don't feel like there's enough minutes for everybody.
But but it's like, well, you already know down the stretch who's it going to be, right? Who the people are going to be, right? It's going to be Kyrie, KD, Harden, and then you can go Blake / LaMarcus, or like Jordan, depending on what you need for whoever you're playing against. But they answered everything they needed. They needed size, they got size. They needed more scoring off the bench, they got that as well. So like you answered everything you need. And then I think Spencer Dinwiddie should be coming back in like May. So
he's out. He want to leave though. I don't even think he wants to like be there.
Maybe just get this ring call today. Like what you mean? Just get the chip. Just get the chip.
The only reason I was kind of cloudy is because the new NBA, you rarely see a power forward and a center anymore. Like it's either like 4 little guys and a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, how was that? You know, like
it's the Lakers last year. They had all bigs, so it
worked. It worked. Yeah, it worked, but it's a different type of 4. Anthony Davis moves like a 3. You feel me? LaMarcus don't move like that. Blake don't move like that. So it's like, you feel me? So now I'm trying to think like what would be the lineup? Who's starting?
Oh, but I think
you're gonna bring Blake and LaMarcus off the bench?
No, I think so. I don't think Blake don't start though. Blake come off the bench right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, but you can keep him coming off the bench. Like, what do you mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Blake and LaMarcus
don't start. Detroit come off the bench now. Like, don't get
But listen, now y'all messed up Claxton's minutes.
Claxton is a 2nd-year person. He'll be okay.
It don't matter. No, he was thriving. I don't care who LaMarcus is. I'm thriving. We're winning games. I have a rapport with the self-proclaimed MVP of the league. Like, bro, now I got to take a backseat for some old 34-year-old who run like his back hurt. Nah, bro. I'll be tight, but I guess I just want to see what happens. They play.
I think a lot of people are trying to pick David West, but I think David West, you said that right. It was different though. David West played defense. Marcus don't play defense. So it was like him come off the bench to give you offense is not really what you need, but he can be a stabilizing force in second unit.
Like, I'm saying David West, he could hide a little bit with the Warriors because Draymond was so active and their team defense was like really good. So like David West can help. I mean, he can help and he can hide. Like he didn't have to do so much defensively. And at the time, everybody's playing small ball, so he could kill whatever center was there because he still could shoot. So I don't know. Let's see what happens.
All right. My the trade I think I stood out the most was probably the best trade was Rondo to the Clippers.
I forgot about that, but yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they have like this fake thing going on where they try to be point guards and playmakers, but that's not actually they try to be point guards, right? You can make a play, people can make plays, but
they're not playmakers. It was right the first time.
No, they play. They make plays. They make plays. They're not point guards, so they're not point guards. You don't think so? What? Nah. They're not point guards because like Paul George. You see him try to like initiate the offense, but he's like going straight pick and roll off of it. It's no like cuts. Nobody's getting in the right spots. So with Rondo, you take all that decision making out their hands, and they become a better team. Now all you have to do is play defense and score. Don't worry about you can make the right basketball play, right? But don't worry about setting up nobody else. And then Rondo gets Ibaka better, right? Rondo gets Zubac better because of the fact that he's just like he diming them off. So I think that was the best trade. I
actually forgot about that. It's weird that they shipped him off to Atlanta, and it's like we kind of forgot about him. Then you bring him right back to LA. So I know he kind of has like a chip on his shoulder. Like if the LA and the Clippers meet up, if the Lakers and the Clippers meet up in the playoffs, like it's gonna be, because he already has this thing with Schroeder. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. I forgot to mention the Norman Powell trade. It was kind of under the radar, but it works for Portland because Gary Trent is a jack. I was just hurt that we lost Rodney Hood, but Gary Trent had to go. And it helps. That really helps Dame and CJ can really like get rest. I don't feel like they get to rest. They sit and interchange real quick because there's no like real scoring. Norman Powell could really go. And they don't utilize Melo as much as they need to, but I feel like those two can really rest now. and Normal can really, run the show. Or if CJ's in the game, he can really focus on being a one and not so much scoring. So it kind of works out. And I'm kind of glad that their pieces are coming back. Like what's the name? Nurkic just came back.
And
So
Collins is still hurt, or he's coming. He's not coming back.
Collins is done. Like he's
right?
done. Yeah.
So like, do you think that Norman Powell helped them like get closer to becoming a contender, or you just think it was a lateral move?
Probably lateral.
Lateral, right? Because
I still feel like the coaching, something got to change with the coaching. Like the mentality of the coach got to change. Because me personally, as much as I love Dame and CJ, I still feel like it's too much with them. You're never gonna win a championship with both of your guards is like under 6'5" and they don't play defense. Like it's great to see they can score their butt off, but it's like, are y'all really gonna get over the hump? Like, who y'all gonna beat?
I don't know.
I don't know who they're gonna beat. Like, I'm really riding the bandwagon.
The way the Clippers about to start playing, like I don't know who you're gonna beat.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna be. I mean, it's good for shootout purposes. It looks great. It's good for the regular season, like but it's like playoff time. Who y'all gonna beat, bro? You put the game plan around those two guys, and those two guys know the game plan is around them, and they don't make adjustments. That's what pisses me off. Like y'all know these teams are gonna send a house at y'all. Y'all gotta become passers. They still jacking up they fadeaway threes from half court. I'm like, yo, like
who they passing the ball to though?
I mean, if you establish listen, I don't care what nobody say. And this Cantor is
he's decent.
He's very decent. He's gonna give you what he's gonna give you. You feel me? Like I'm not expecting him to go out there and do whatever, but he literally had 30 and 15 the other night off a screen and roll and cleaning up. Bro, use that. Like that helps you. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm very passionate about Portland right now because of Melo, you know that. But I'm also analyzing, like I get to see, because I did the same thing with OKC. I was like literally watching the team's tendencies. That's how I picked apart. That's how I came up with my logic. Like Westbrook ain't that good, bro. That's how I came up with my logic. Like PG ain't that good. They like, yo, you well? And I'm like, bro, I watched these dudes for like 40 something games, bro. Like they do really bad stuff, bro. But we'll see what happens.
And as you mentioned Westbrook, right? What are your thoughts on Zion becoming this new point guard? I was watching it. He just looks like a taller version of Westbrook to me.
Zion?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You never seen him playing point guard? You ever seen one watching it?
I'm saying I don't like it.
Oh, they saying it works.
They 3-1. How? For how many? Like he's really running the one, like bringing it up.
Yeah.
And initiating the offense.
Yeah.
So if you bring it up, you cross half court, you pass it to somebody right here, like one pass, and then you go on this side and get the ball back. That's not running the offense, bro.
In this day and age,
it's not running the offense, bro. But listen, if it's working for them. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Who are you shocked that didn't get moved? Because there was a whole bunch of people on the thing that didn't get moved.
So, I'm glad you asked that question. So my thing was Lonzo should have got moved, but the Pelicans they're dumb, right? You're saying like you don't pay this man $20 million a year, but you're asking for like first round draft picks. So like is his value there at $20 million a year or it's not? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. That's just dumb. So Lonzo should have been moved. Also, the Nuggets, I don't like what the Nuggets did.
That was terrible, bro. I don't understand it.
You got Aaron Gordon, and that's fine, but it's like you didn't do what you need to do to get yourself over the hump. You just like replaced players that you had last year, right? Like you didn't, unless Michael Porter Jr. becomes the next KD, which I don't see that happening in the playoffs, then I don't you didn't do anything to get better at all.
I don't understand it at all. I don't understand Aaron Gordon going there. I don't understand it.
He's shooting the three better now. Like, all right, okay.
No, they spoke about him running the 1-2. I'm like, what? Bringing up the ball is not running the one. Anybody can bring the ball up. That's not running the one. But even if I don't want him running the one. Like Aaron Gordon, initiating your offense, really? Yeah. That's I'm not going to the finals. I
don't know. So that's my only thing. I was like, I think Lonzo should have got moved. I think Nuggets should have did a better job. And that's the only person I think who should have got moved. Because I think about it, in New Orleans, like Zion is running the one now, right? You have a true point guard on your team, but because it's Zion 6'9", whatever, and he's a quote unquote matchup problem to a lot of people, you're taking the responsibilities out of Lonzo's hands. So
That
now
doesn't make
he's
any.
like resorted to doing jump shots and whatnot. You know what I mean? Which is not his game. So I'm like, it's not good. But I don't know anybody else.
It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Like, who should have made trades? Oh, I lied. The Warriors. What the hell, bro? Bob Myers is dookie. He sucks. Please bring back Jerry West. I can't deal with this man anymore. You didn't get rid of Kelly Oubre.
Yo, facts.
You didn't get rid of Kelly Oubre, and you're hoping for the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves, they fall out the top 3. So you can, if they get top 4 pick, you get to draft 4th overall. But it's like, yo, Steph is 32.
Steph is he's still playing though. Like it ain't like they throwing in the towel. Like he's still hooping down. I don't like that. Your 2-time MVP is like still putting up 60 points. You can't be throwing in the towel in the middle. Like that's conflict. Like,
and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you should have been traded the pick, because you don't know who you're gonna get. And then the way the Timberwolves are going, they might get the number 1 draft pick, bro. Like the way they're going right now,
they're
like 7-30 right now. Like the way they're going, they're gonna get the number 1 pick. And also, like Oubre is like, I don't know if he wants to stay now, because he's like, I might just leave. You know what I mean? Like
he could go.
He can go. I like it, but I like Oubre if you bring Clay back. If you have Steph, Oubre, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, and then the Wiseman kid, I think that's a solid core of 6. You have to figure out everything else, but I think that's a solid core of 6. Because you'll have what I'm trying to say, Clay will help Draymond with the defense, right? More than like communicating and whatnot, but because he's actually a solid defender, and it helps him move better. If it makes any sense. But Oubre is like I think Oubre could learn better from Clay than he can Draymond or Steph though, because they have the same body type, both light skinned.
All right, so look, we still talk about Warriors and Timberwolves.
Okay, what about it?
Now I'm thinking D'Angelo Russell leaving the Warriors was like stupid, because it's like you see how the Warriors turned out. He's not even playing in Minnesota. He's like hurt. It's like, boy, you should have just stayed in like. You feel me?
Traded. Not like he like.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying he was doing better in Golden State.
Yeah.
And it's like right now you could have been eating right now, like so. You know, Draymond come back, Steph come back. You could have been eating, bro. Like you feel me? So, and then it's like I feel like what's the other kid there? Andrews kid. He's good.
Andrew Wiggins?
Minnesota.
Oh, Anthony Edwards.
He's I like him. He's an athlete. He different. So I feel like it's clip for D-Row there. Like that's his team now. And then especially if they get the draft pick, it's clip. Like they gotta bring in another number 1 guy. It's just like, yo, it don't make no sense for you to be there. And who was talking about that was supposed to get moved? Oh, how would you feel if you were Kyle Lowry? They made this big thing about it and you don't go nowhere.
He's fine as a Raptor. I'm not worried about that. Like,
I'm saying personally, do you feel away now?
Huh?
I'm like, personally, do you feel away?
Nah, but for somebody who's been traded over 7 times, you can't feel away? You know what I mean? Like
7 times already?
Not 7 times. I'm dragging it. But I feel like he was in Memphis. He was in Houston. He was like Toronto.
He was in Houston.
He played in
Houston for like 2 minutes.
He was in Houston. He played in Philly already. You know what I mean? And it's like you be all right, bro. Like I seen you like get traded here and there. Yo, so I check it. Drummond, according to his agent, he's gonna sign with the Lakers.
I saw it coming.
You saw the writing on the wall?
I mean, I think everybody was cool until LaMarcus did that. So everybody was like, man, as soon as LaMarcus did that, Drummond switched pitches because they had Drummond going to talking to Boston, Knicks, Nets, and somebody else. Lakers wasn't even in the contention. Oh, Miami. As soon as LaMarcus did that, he's going straight to LA. What? LeBron called him like, "Yo, my boy." Like, nah, they wailing over there. I need you to pull up, bro. It makes sense, bro.
I actually like the. I don't know how it's gonna impact his free agency. 'Cause I don't think the Lakers have the money to re-sign him in a free agent market. So I think he's gonna dip if he.
It depends what happens though.
But win or lose, I think he's gonna dip because like he's due for a max. The Lakers not giving him a max. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
but if he wins, does it matter? Like
Yeah.
it always goes like that. If he wins, no. If he gets his ring, does it matter?
If he stays or goes, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh, no, you're right. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying. I'm saying
right.
whether he wins or lose, he out. Like, give me my 5 years.
I felt like
196 million.
LaMarcus is doing the same thing. LaMarcus is definitely gonna pull a David West. If they win, he gonna fake come back half the year, see how it's going next year. If they look like they're going again, he gonna stay, get another ring, and he gonna retire. And he's not gonna do no work. I'm telling you. His foot gonna be hurt all the next year up into the playoffs. And I'm telling you, all right. So we've seen this before, bro. You know how it go.
I actually like I like Drummond because like Drummond is not everybody say he play defense, but he don't play no defense, bro. Like
He's just a big body. He's big.
yeah,
big
he's a
bear.
big guy, but he don't play. It's like Embiid done cooked him so many times. I'm like, how can you say this man like plays defense, right? But I think pairing him with AD is actually more helpful because I think he needs somebody who can protect his blind side, and also the fact that you will get more rebounds off of it, LeBron can score more.
I'm interested to see if LeBron like utilizes him in some type of way because he's not like a pick and roll big and nothing like that. So it's kind of like
he's more of a
I mean
he's the pick and roll big though.
Yeah, but it would have to be all lobs, and you feel me? So it's like,
I think so.
what's real skillful thing have you seen him do off the pick and roll?
Oh, actually, I seen him do like a push shot. I was actually surprised. He got the little Steven Adams.
But you need the lane. You need a lane for that. You need a running start. He's not the guy to stop in front of the screen like, oh, I'm about to take a charge. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna run him over, bro. So I just want to see. I want to see it. If LeBron can pull that off, make him look like a decent, skillful big instead of your old traditional rebound bang big. I'll be like, okay, because I think they really disappointed in Marc Gasol, but I'm like, he's mad old. Like, I don't even know why y'all signed him, bro.
How? Like he younger than LeBron?
Marc Gasol?
Yeah, I'm about to Google it right now.
No. He's like 36 because Powell's like 40.
No way.
Powell's like 38, 39, or 40. I'm pretty sure he is.
Marc Gasol 36. LeBron 36.
Yeah, but Marc Gasol been in the league like 13 years, 14 years.
LeBron been in the league for 17, 18 years. What are we talking about?
Marc Gasol is I can't even say it. You're gonna make me lose our sponsors. He's 7 foot, bro. Like talking about a European 7-footer, bro. They don't last long. Like all that banging. Like, come on now. So
I think they'll be okay. I also think Marc Gasol will be better in the playoffs, right? Like sometimes these kind of players, the grind is too much. They just know, like, all right, we got 7 games.
At this point. I think
it'll be bad. I think the Lakers will be better in the playoffs. They just got to get there. How do you feel that everybody's going crazy? Like, yo, KD, you have a super team now. Like, people always give LeBron flack for it, but now KD's like, should we give KD flack? Is it his doing, or
they're trying to say he's recruiting, but it's hard to say. The thing with LeBron is he signed. These guys got traded. You feel me? Like,
no, they didn't.
James Harden.
Only person got traded was James Harden.
James Harden got traded. Blake got traded.
No, Blake got traded, or was Blake a buyout? He was a buyout. Yeah, so it was like.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter until they win. Let's put it like that. Because we saw this happen with LA. I'm thinking LA off rip. Like when LaMarcus did that, I thought Karl Malone, Gary Payton.
Oh, but I think so. I think that's so different though, right? The reason why I think it's different is the mere fact that none of them are superstars. Like I wouldn't call Blake Griffin superstar or LaMarcus Aldridge. It's like, hey, like you have KD, Kyrie, and Harden. You better fall in line. You know what I'm saying? But with the Lakers, You had Karl Malone like, oh yeah, I'm the second all-time leading scorer. Like, I'm Shaq though, bro. Like, what are you saying?
Okay, Gary Payton was supposed to be top 10 point guard, like all
But,
time at that time. So it was
once
like,
again, I blame Phil Jackson because I would never have sat Derek Fisher for Gary Payton, and he's into my system. It's a very like move your body kind of thing, and Gary Payton's very what
very
we call him,
stiff.
very stiff, dribble the ball, dribble the
Very
ball, dribble
stiff.
the ball. It's like so. It's like that's what happened. But they had egos. I don't think Blake has an ego. He's coming off the bench. I don't think Lamarcus Aldridge.
No, I don't think it's about egos neither.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in terms of these guys were once franchise tag players, so you can't just say like they role play. Oh, all of them were franchise tag players at one point.
Yeah, but they weren't superstars though.
A franchise, they gave LaMarcus the max. Once they give you like the max,
that's because we understand. Just because you get the max, though, we understand you're still not a superstar just because you get the max.
Nowadays, yeah, that's what that means, bro.
Nah.
Really?
Not even.
So you just agree with me? Paul George is not a superstar.
Yeah. Who said he was?
A lot of people. I have this argument on Facebook all the time.
No, it's only like 5 superstars in the league. LaMelo 6. Like that's about it.
All right. Well, we'll put this team with the Miami joint if they win. If they don't win, they'll probably be like one of the biggest busts ever.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like I don't even know how y'all would lose, but it's the NBA, bro. Like I don't see nobody beating y'all. But hey, it happens.
So will the Nets win the title?
If they win the title, then he got one he don't deserve, like LeBron's in Miami's, I guess, you know.
That's bad. I think like if KD does win the title this year, it's gonna be like all Astros, right? Because people already say
that's what I'm saying. Astros, right?
He's not his, but
right.
Now it's a team that you're being stacked against. And also don't forget, in OKC he had Westbrook and Harden. Like, he had MVPs on the team.
I don't think I'm ever respected because KD's not playing. Like James Harden is doing all the legwork. So like if you just come back in the playoffs and y'all win, I'm like I can't even get at you. James Harden put in all the legwork, and I respect it because he the one who don't have a ring. Like KD got 2, Kyrie has 1, so it's just like I can't respect it.
All right. Hey, do you think James Harden is the MVP?
Yes, I just had this conversation.
What?
Yes.
Oh hell no! Please tell me how? Why?
Because he came in. Remember, we had this conversation before. I said his little style of play is not going to work. We had a whole conversation about this. He came in and readjusted how he plays, and it translated to wins. Like wins, they lost probably like 2 games since like All-Star break, and it was like he's getting YMCA players involved. Like they're winning. Like you feel me? Like I'm really like nah. He really controls everything, and it's like yo, he got DeAndre Jordan looking active again. This Claxton guy came out of nowhere. He's sitting on a bench. Now we got this guy. People know his name. Like he got people moving. Joey Buckets. Like Joey Buckets got a nickname. Like and then everybody still knows like when it's time for Harden to go, he gonna go. And he's still putting up the numbers. I'm like, nah, you gotta, and he's playing defense. That was my gripe with him forever, bro. He playing defense. I'm like, nah, I gotta give it to him. And I respect it. Like even when Kyrie is there, you can still tell like who's the head honcho. Like James Harden still got like the alpha thing when Kyrie's there. So it's like, nah, I respect it, and I like what he's doing. It's translating to wins. I'll give him that.
I think for Harden, because he came out with the statement like a few days ago, right? And my thing is like, yeah, I don't know about the MVP because I'm like when Embiid was actually healthy, you weren't seeing him. You know what I'm saying? Like when Embiid, he was averaging like 29 and like 14 with like 4 assists, and Harden, you were playing with the Nets at the time, right? You played like 4 or 5 games with Houston.
Yeah, but his numbers were still lit.
Yeah, but it's like the 76ers, Embiid was so good that the 76ers still have a 2-game lead over the Nets. Right?
No, agreed.
So I'm like, only reason why you're like I'm the MVP now because like your biggest threat, Embiid, is injured.
I mean, is that his fault though?
I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm just saying that hey, like you weren't doing numbers like this when at the beginning of the season.
He
And
was
then
though.
when you got
He was though.
he wasn't putting up 44, bro.
25, 26, 30, 30, 10 assists, 11 assists, 12 assists. Like he's been doing that, bro.
But it didn't translate to.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They lost like
man, he
2
don't get
games since All-Star break, bro. How many games they lost since All-Star break?
I'm not sure.
They lost like 2-3 games since All-Star break, bro.
You have a statistician.
Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I know we lost our man, KC. Remember, he's the stat guy. We lost our man, but nah, real talk. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was looking at like what's the impact. James Harden didn't play, Kyrie didn't play. Some niggas, they got smacked by like 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was watching the Indiana game. When I turned to the game, they was down by like 26. James Harden took over. They won by like 10. I'm like, what? And it was just him. No Kyrie, nobody. It's him and role players. That's why I was like, nah. That game did it for me. I'm like, nah. And he was going. He's like, yo, come on, guys. We got it. Also, Joey Buckets. He missed a shot. Come on, bro. You got it. Got it. Joey was like 2 for 9 that game. But I saw a different side of James Harden. He was positive. He's being a leader. He lead in the defense. I'm like, nah, bro. I didn't see this in Houston like that. I did. It was just swing, or ISO, step back, and like that's it. Like,
so my thing is like, all right, because like you said you didn't see this in Houston, right? So let's go back to the Indiana game, right? Mm-hmm. Indiana, no Kyrie, no KD, right? So why wasn't he doing this in Houston, right? Like, why wasn't he like encouraging his teammates? Why wasn't he like playing defense? You know
I think I just feel like it's a real sense of urgency now, and he's playing with champions, so like it's a different. You feel me? Like you're the guy that's part of the big three, but you're the only guy without a ring. So it's like your motor is different from their motor. I mean, they understand what it takes to get there, but like you have something to prove. Like I belong here. Like I know I can score. Everybody know I can score. But like I belong with these guys. I want a ring too. And I can see it. It's a sense of urgency in his eyes. It's a sense of urgency in how he's playing. Like it's not, I can tell like he's not playing just for buckets no more. Like he's playing like you feel me? Like I can see it. That's why I was like, nah, like he ready. Before I'm killing everybody I scored when I went, that was that MVP. Like, yeah, I'm that guy. This one is like, I'm trying to get a ring, my boy. So I'm like, all right, I like it. I just hope nobody get hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's
God, nobody get hurt.
I was so mad. I was supposed to go watch LaMelo Ball. I was supposed to drive down to Charlotte, and I'm just praying. I'm like, yo, I hope like for 1 week, don't get hurt. Just for 1 week. Whatever happens after, that's fine. But let me just see this guy play. Because next year his ticket's gonna be OD expensive to watch this man play.
When I saw the bottom of that screen, it said LaMelo Ball out for the season. I was like,
I should have.
I was like, yo, what just happened?
Like, no way.
I ain't gonna front. I thought about you. I said, Nami gonna scream. I promise you. I said, Nami's gonna scream. I said, what happened? I didn't even know what happened. I'm like, bro.
I'm like, yikes. And I'm like, but he's supposed to be coming back in 4 weeks. I think he should just like
they say
draw in and just chill out. I know.
All right, so since he's been out, how many slots they dropped in the playoff season? I think that matters too. They still they're gonna try to play him, bro.
Yeah.
They want to go to the playoffs.
I was talking to my brother about this earlier, and I was like, they still keeping the 4th seed afloat. And I'm like, hey, like if you're a great leader, you have like a good foundation, you shouldn't like leave things worse off than when you got there, right? Like I think that's the only gripe a lot of people have with LeBron. Like, all right, you left Miami, they got worse. You left Cleveland, they got worse. Like you shouldn't have so much power or so much control that when you leave, the team is set back 10, 15 years. Like that's terrible. But with LaMelo, you can tell that he's. So
why does everybody make that seem like a good thing when it comes to LeBron? Though?
No, I'm saying it's a terrible thing.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying, can you talk to why everybody?
Once again, I have no idea because me personally, it shows like it's lack of empowerment. And like me personally, and say for instance, like we had to lean on you every single time to win. Yeah, you're a better player, but it's like I should be able to hold something, whatever my role is, whatever I'm good at.
That's what I feel.
Okay.
So to me, that makes me feel like he hinders development. Like there's no reason why.
He definitely does, though, right? Because think about it, like when you're playing with LeBron, you have to put him around shooters, and then like some one or two like go to get bucket playmaker kind of person, like a Kyrie or a shooter or whatever, right? So that's usually the MO. And I'm like, so you're young, think about it, he don't like young guys. He traded Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. Right?
Everybody.
trade everybody, right? But it's like even
Jordan Clarkson, he got rid of everybody. I'm like, this guy.
But then again, okay, even recently, look at the Lakers. You got rid of Ingram, Lonzo. All person you kept was Kuzma, right? But you like for AD, and I get it. But it's like now you're about to get Drummond, another established player, right? Like, you don't do young people, so it's like he does hinder. He hinders development. Like, it is what it is. Like,
that's crazy.
It's not a slight or anything. It's just call it what it is.
And it's a slight. What are you talking about? That's bad. Why are they calling you the greatest player ever and you hinder everybody else's development? Like, that's terrible.
I don't know. All right, moving on next.
Yeah, like what?
To the best defender ever, Draymond Green.
This guy.
What are your thoughts on this?
I didn't even pay that any mind, bro. There's so many. He probably not even top 15, bro. Honestly, he's not. He got the mouth. Like, he's top 10 in defensive talkers. He know how to anchor with his mouth, but like straight locked down. And heck no, it's too many people to name. I'm thinking about all the people who had to guard Mike, Kobe. Like, I'm putting all of them on-ball defenders first. Then I'm thinking Dennis Rodman. I'm thinking Benoit. I'm thinking all of them. Like, there's no way he's going above all of them. No way.
So honestly, I don't fake research, whatever. I'm like, oh, I can give him like top 10, right? And like, my reason is for the mere fact that this NBA does help him, first of all, right?
Of course it does.
Because essentially, like, he can guard 1 through 4, right? Like, he's somebody because he switch a lot on defense. So we see him more times guard 1, 2, 3, and 4. He can't guard a 5. They're not gonna get crazy, right? He can't guard Embiid, right? So that's fine. But I'm like, when you talk about defense, you go perimeter defense, off the ball defense, right? Draymond does both, right? So you mentioned say again?
Perimeter, off ball, low post. That's basic, and help. That's like the full defensive, whatever.
All right. So when you mentioned Kobe and them, like, all right, they were solid, great defenders. Don't get me wrong, but they only defended like the perimeter, right? Draymond Green defends like everything, right? So it's like if he was taller, he would probably be like Bill Russell, right? For the mere fact that he communicates. And think about it, the Warriors don't have defenders on the team besides Klay Thompson, and then you had Iggy. There's nobody who played defense on that team, right? But if you go to like the Bulls, you had. I'm not gonna take anything away from Rodman, right? I think Rodman's a great defender, but it's like it's easier if you have Ron Harper, Michael, Scotty, and then Dennis Rodman, and that's your 1 through 4. They all lock up. And even when you was with the Pistons, Lambeer, Rodman, Dumars, Zeke, like, you all had people who actually play defense. So I'm like, it's not. He's not far off. Now I'm not gonna say he's the best defender ever, but I think he's top. He might be top 10.
I can't give him that slight because the NBA is weaker. Like, I can't give him that slight because he's probably the only player on his team that's gonna play defense. Like, I can't give him that, bro. Iggy's a better defender
than Draymond.
Iggy was a better defender in his prime. Kawhi, you got Pippen. It's too many people, bro.
So my thing is, like, when you talk about so I call him like a defensive coordinator. So Kawhi Leonard, right? Like, using for example, he's somebody who would like guard somebody one-on-one, right? But I'm not like, he's not constructing the whole defense, right? He's not like, hey, you get to your spot here. Hey, you get here. If you like jump the gap right here, I'm gonna help you cover. He's not doing that.
That's what I said. I said I will give Draymond top 5 anchors.
But that's a defender though.
It's an anchor. It's you're telling people where to go from the back.
That's Bill Russell an anchor or a defender?
I don't know. I'm not talking about him. I wasn't there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Dwight Howard a defender or anchor? Is Tim Duncan a defender or anchor?
He's a rim protector.
Oh my God.
Dwight Howard's a rim protector.
Yo.
He doesn't have great low post defense. He definitely can't. Dwight Howard. He doesn't have great low. Listen to what I'm saying. He wasn't a great low post defender. He wasn't great on ball defender. He's a rim protector. He'll wait for the shot to go up. That's not. There's a difference.
So
he got away with that because he was athletic.
Ben Wallace is the same way. But you're saying he's a better defender than Draymond.
Yeah, because he was more successful at it. Like he's really successful at it. I can't give Draymond that. He's top 5 anchors, but straight the greatest defense. No, hell no.
Nah, for me.
Where you put Tony Allen? We put Bruce Bowen. We put Shane Battier. You gonna say okay?
So you mentioned.
You gonna say look? You said they're gonna guard. You said they all guarded perimeter, but they did what they were supposed to do at the time, bro.
But you got this one person can guard big and the perimeter. I can do your job and my job. Like, how am I not a better defender?
Cause, like you said, it's only beneficial to the time we're in, bro.
Nah, because I think Rodman's a better defender than Draymond, but I think him and Rodman have the same kind of like similarities. Like Rodman will guard. Do you put 1 through 4?
What's the name? You put Draymond ahead of Pippen because Pippen could guard 1 through 4 too.
What 4 Pippen guarded?
You serious?
I'm asking the question. Yeah, what 4 that Pippen guard?
I'm trying to think what era. I'm trying to think what era. It was like I always break it up in eras.
That's fine. It don't even matter what era. Like I don't. Pippen did not guard the 4s. For a man like that, I know that's why they got Dennis Rodman and they had Horace Grant the first repeat. So he didn't guard he guarded 1 through 3, but he didn't.
But I'm saying that's hard to do because they actually had 4s, real 4s. There's no real 4s now. The 4s now are 5s. Like that's why Draymond can do that. I'm not knocking him. I'm telling you, he's great. I would love to play with him because I like people who talk on defense. I would love it, but that's a bold statement. But at the same time, he's supposed to do that.
And Tony Allen, he has like a 6-time. He's 6 times all defensive, right? Draymond is 5 times. So it's like, all right, bro, like I'm not far off. And if you ask me, Draymond should have got more of them. But it's like I don't like when he was talking, I was like, you're crazy. But you sit back and you look at it, like, okay, like, it makes a lot of sense. Like in all facets of the game, it makes a lot of sense. What happened?
I said at the time it seemed like it was for shock value, but when you really sit and think, you like,
I'm like, oh wow, because I'm like, if you actually like sit down and do it, right? Like, you have like the Dwights and the Ben Wallaces and Hakeems, you have them like off ball. Those are off ball defenders. From the fact that all right, they're gonna like roam the paint, stuff like that. Draymond is like he's switching screens, he's roaming the paint, he's communicating. Like I don't know anybody else who Quallen he's mute, so you know he can't do that, right? Like Timmy's mute, he don't do that. You know what I mean? A lot of these players are mute, so that you're not constructing the whole defense.
Nah, but it's crazy how Kawhi doesn't speak, and he's one of like the greatest.
He has big ass hands, bro.
Nah, but he has great timing too. I really see him just get like.
I don't think he has good time. I just think he's like because he knows his hands and his body positions that he's like, all right, I can gamble here and there compared to somebody who's like that's not great timing. You just know you can gamble.
Timing. That's a great
like
timing.
Michael, if I'm Mike and I know that Sky's gonna turn this guy, I can gamble all the time I want because I know he's gonna turn. You think that's timing? Is that timing? Might be timing. Might be timing.
All right. I'm gonna be nice today. It's Palm Sunday.
Oh,
did you grab
the
Yes.
All right, cool.
I have them in my car. They keep my car safe. I'm gonna do Draymond top 5 anchors, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the top 5 defenders all the time.
Oh wow, top 5. Okay, shit, that's big. I want top 10, but all right, cool.
No, I meant I said top 5. Yeah. Top 5 he top 5 anchors and top all time, and he top 10 defenders all time. I give him.
All right, we can do that. All right, agree to disagree.
Shout out to Draymond. Shout out to Draymond.
All right, we gotta let's wrap this up. I'm gonna do a start bench cut. Welcome to another edition of Start Bench Cut, where we have to start a player, bench a player, and unfortunately, we have to make a hard decision of cutting a player. We got a start bench cut today. Allen Iverson, Dwade, James Harden.
I always get slack for this because D-Wade got the ring, so they automatically put him better than the
I
other
think we had
two.
a conversation about it. We never actually did it. We actually never did it. So let's actually like do it.
This is too biased for me. I got AI and nah, I'm gonna do AI D-Wade Harden because Harden don't got the ring. If Harden had the ring, I could argue with D-Wade. AI's not going away. I don't care what nobody's talking about. But Dwayne Wade, I feel like Dwayne Wade always gets the edge over him because he has the rings.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm AI. I might go Harden. AI Harden.
Yo, I want to go Harden so bad, bro.
I
But they're
might go
gonna rip
AI
me to
Harden with.
shreds. Son, they're gonna rip me to shreds, bro. Right? You put D-Wade. I'm like, bro, like me personally, I feel like Harden is different. We never seen that before in my life. Harden is
Lefty.
different,
Big
bro.
one got it. You see right here play
What?
but
What? And then AI, bro. AI is my size, my height, doing what he want. Nah, you've never seen that before. Dwayne Wade, those players come. You just gotta work. Like those players come. You just gotta live in the gyms, and that happens. But Harden and AI, we've never seen those players before, ever, bro.
Nah.
James Harden scores so fast and easy at in large quantities. I just be like, yo, what the heck, son? It's ridiculous. The whole entire world knows he's going left. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. And then AI, you always hear the stories about AI. AI is one of those guys you woke up, you're like, there's the little guy who be having 50 on your head. You're like, yo. So it's just like, bro, I don't know, bro. It's tough though. But I'm telling you, I always had these arguments. My son JR. Shout out to JR. He a D-Wade fan. He's gonna rip me to shreds. He's D-Wade the best two guard after Jordan and Kobe. I'll just be like, bro, I don't know, son. I got AI, bro, and Harden is not far off, bro. Like he gonna be top 5 shooting guards before it's all over, bro.
Top 4.
Yeah, especially if he get the ring, he up there.
Yeah, if he get the rings, it's like, all right, like what are we really saying now? I think the only
Okay.
they would say is like D-Wade won and the Dallas one. But it's like,
I mean, all right. So if we doing that, if we do hard earned real rings, D-Wade only has 1. So it goes Clyde. Clyde is still up there because he got 2.
But I'm trying to think. I think AI's finals performance was like
Memorable.
I won't say better, but I think it was degree of difficulty, right? Like he went to Shaq and Kobe.
Literally by himself, bro.
And you had like, I mean, like people don't like to give Shaq credit for the finals because of his stats, but we play basketball, right? And you coach it. So it's like if you have a big guy like occupying the space, right? It's easy for the guard to like attack. Because think about it, like for D-Wade, you got Shaq on the block, then you have saying people he can't shoot. So what do? Like you cheat off of him. If I'm D-Wade, I'm just going full steam ahead. Because I'm young, you can't catch me, and I can get inside the paint. And there wasn't like any good defenders, so you always got fouled. So
but it's aside from it being a big guy, it's Shaq. Like I don't care what y'all say, Shaq pulls attention, bro. Even in Phoenix, he was pulling attention. It's Shaq, bro. Like any other big man, maybe I can give you that. Dog, that's Shaq. And then you had Alonzo Mourning coming off the bench. Like your team was fake stacked, bro. Like let's not even do that, bro.
Walker.
Gary Payton went with Shaq. He's like, bro, I'm getting this ring by any means, bro. So you had 2 Hall of Fame point guard. Well, you had 1 Hall of Fame point guard, and you had another one of the best passes ever in White Chocolate as your backup or starter. I'm like, bro, your team was fake stacked, bro. You was the young guy that just told to go. So, I mean, what he did was lit, coming back to 3-1, but it's like, come on, bro, your team was stacked.
It's only 2-1.
AI was really by himself, bro. That's what people fail to realize. He my size, bro.
you want to get up.
he might look at my arm. He this size, bro. Come on, bro. So I don't know.
But
I'm changing it. AI hard and D-Wade gotta go. I don't care. I live with it. I don't care, man. I don't care, man.
First
Oh,
time ever where somebody changed it and thought bitch cut the
oh,
conversation.
I'm ready for all the smoke, baby.
Nah, that's dope. All right, people. That was our show. It was a quick,
That's
brief
it, baby.
one. I'm your
All
host,
right.
the best host, Nam BK Premium Nam. My man, Real
Yo,
to Real. What
we're
happened?
gonna be back for Easter? Or we gonna talk about it? What we doing? You don't know?
I'm
You wanna
lost.
think about it? I'm talking about for Easter. We coming back next Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
Are we back? All right, bet. See
All right,
everybody next Sunday.
we talk about it.
Talk about it? All right, bet.
All right. Hey, but follow us at Sports Redefined on all social media, TikTok, Clubhouse, IG, Facebook at Sports Redefined. Follow us, love, YouTube, subscribe. Thank you. We out.
Yo.